Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the MURCA Guns and Freedom podcast. I am your host, the Yankee Marshal. As always, I've been trying to do something about that, but I'm still the Yankee Marshal. But well, at least YouTube's trying to do something about that, trying to get rid of me, where I'm not the Yankee Marshal anymore. But tonight we're going to have, as usual, just an open conversation. You know, if you've got any questions, topics you'd like me to address, whatever, just ask it. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't have to be gun related. I prefer stuff that's First Amendment, Second Amendment related. But, you know, I also like cars, motorcycles, wrestling, anything you want to know that you think I might have the answer to, which isn't a lot of things. It's limited. Comic books. I know a lot about comic books. I know a good bit about cars. I know a lot about guns. That's about it. Wrestling. I know a lot about wrestling. Mostly older wrestling. I don't know much about the new stuff because I don't watch it anymore because it sucks. Although I hear WWE is good, but it sucks. But to get started here, let me get seeing if there's any questions coming in. But first, as always, I like to read to see if anybody bought any merchandise to help support the TYMP program. Remember, you can go over and buy merchandise like the Glock Perfection shirt or my All Nine Lives Matter hat here. You can buy it on shirts, mugs, everything. Just go over to TYMPpistolproject.com. And I'll put a link in the video here. I don't know if it'll actually come through, but I'll put it in just to be better safe, you know, better err on the side of, well, I don't know if that applies there, but you know what I'm saying? There's a link if you want to go over and buy some merchandise to help support TY and Triple P. Keep that running. But first, I like to read to see if anybody bought any merchandise. Good Lord, I'm not doing well tonight. Adrian Ortega purchased some merchandise, so I want to say thanks to them. And it just kicked me out, so I gotta go back over and see if I can get back in here. Hold on. And it's got me in the wrong store. All right, there we go. And Bryant Addison. Oh, he bought the Glock Perfection shirt that I'm wearing right now. I think he just bought it. Must think it looks awful sexy on me. That's why he went and bought it. I admit it does look very sexy on me. I do not guarantee it will look as sexy on you as it does as on me, because maybe your titties ain't as big as mine. But we can always hope. But thanks for buying it. We're not even going to discuss. Oh, we did get one free member over on Patreon. Jay Engstrom. That was 2 days ago, though, wasn't it? Let me see where. Yeah, that was 2 days ago. But other than that, we lost a lot of Patreon members and Subscribe Star members today and didn't get any new ones. So we're just going to skip over that. Apparently, it pissed people off when I announced I was going to do patches again. People have been bitching at me about doing patches, and then I announced I'm going to do it, and I lost 7 subscribers on Patreon, on Subscribe Star, and I think it's up to 6 now on Patreon. So we did not help today. It hurt. People are angry, I guess. I don't know why. So let's go on with the chat here. Remember, if you want to do any of these things, become a Patreon member or Subscribe Star member or any of that stuff, just go on over to TYMPpistolproject.com. Like it says down here, you can do all that anytime. Even if you're watching this next day, you're not here live, go on over to TYMPpistolproject.com. Help out with Pets and Vets program, the Voices program, the TYM Triple P programs. Now let's get to the questions. I got a couple coming in here on Subscribe Star already, or on Patreon, or not. What is this thing we're doing? We're on YouTube, right? YouTube. Did you know that Beretta has come out with a 32 ACP 80X? Want one? Not really. Or would you rather have 380 Inox? Is Phil happy now? Well, he's happier than he was. But he's not happy about what's happening today. We're losing a lot of support today. If ever a day's been an example of how the channel's being killed off, today was the perfect example. And it's not just YouTube. It's the attitudes of people. I had one person sent me an email like, I don't see how you can own that many guns and ask people to help. You should sell all your guns. And I was like, I help all the time. I donate a lot of my income to this kind of stuff. You aren't doing nothing. So your whole position is people that are doing something should do more because you ain't going to do nothing. And then you're dumb enough to fucking say that out loud and think that makes you look good. So fuck that person. I feel sorry for him, but fuck him still. I'm trying not to be mad at him. I'm trying to just be like, that person must be pretty sad. to be that kind of person. Like, yeah, you're out there already doing stuff for everybody. You should do more so that I don't have to do anything. That's what's wrong with the gun community right now. No, I do not want a 32 ACP 80X. I haven't even bought an 80X. I can't imagine why I'd want a 32 one. Now the 32 PK with the thread barrel, that's a different story. That was Jacoby. The Nominal Snowman says, what's going on the SCOTUS gun cases? I haven't had a chance to research anything lately, but I haven't seen anything new. The last thing I saw was when they were sending the licensing requirements back to the lower courts because they hadn't gone through the proper processes yet. That was the last thing I saw. And I wish they wouldn't publish. I wish these gun organizations wouldn't keep jumping the gun, because they go, oh, we lost at Billy Bob's court in Macon, Georgia. Well, let's go all the way to Supreme Court now. And it's like, well, it's not time for that yet. And then the Supreme Court rejects the hearing when they ask for a stay. And it makes people go like, oh, the Supreme Court's not supporting gun rights. And it makes the anti-gunners go, yay, the Supreme Court's on our side. When really it was just someone trying to breach proper procedures here and being told, no, go through the proper procedures. And that irritates the fuck out of me. But right now I don't know much. Let's talk about the PR-57, LOL. Will you buy one? No, I will not buy the PR-57. Although I think it's very cool in a lot of ways, it is a piece of Kel-Tec hot garbage, and I would not waste my money on it. And there's so many people in that video that are like, Kel-Tecs were great, and you just don't blah, blah. I'm like, come in my live chat and explain why Kel-Tecs are great. And you see how many of them are taking that offer because they know it's garbage. Ghost Shadow says, sent you an email. Let's see if I can find the email he sent. I still don't see what's his name having resent the picture of his gun yet. K says C-Rat. Where is Ghost Shadow? Ghost Shadow. I'm not seeing his email he sent me. Or did he just send it and it ain't came through yet? I don't know. Send it again, because I'm not seeing it. I'm searching even and I don't see it. But yeah, I don't see it. So send it again. While you're doing that, let me get over here to our PayPal, see if there's any super chats coming in. To help support the Pets and Vets program. Remember, tonight you will be registered to win the patch. I was going to give away 2 of them, but someone in the comment section today was bitching, so they never got their patch. And I've got 2 of them here that were unclaimed. I assume one of them's theirs. So holding it for them. Hopefully they'll let me know. All transactions. Let's go see what's coming in. What is today? Today's the 24th, right? Officer Tater Hater paid his $2 tithe to Phil. Remember, pay your tithe to Phil if you want to keep in good graces with our benevolent overlord, Phil. Keep him benevolent. Don't make him malevolent by pissing him off. Pay your tithe, minimum $2 if you're coming in and enjoying this amazing entertainment. Where else are you going to get entertained like this other than watching the 2 bums argue on this corner maybe? But other than that, how are you going to get entertainment like me? Sent emails and more perps need the monster weenie treatment. Remember, bigger, small, fat or thin, Vaseline will get it in. That's just gross. That was not gross. I'm not going to shame people, but I'm not interested actually. Well, look, there's Dan Loon. Now, if only we figured out where Todd Foose was. I don't know where he went. He died, I think. If someone knows, if they see him anywhere, let's not let him know. He needs to let us know he's still alive. Same thing with Martin Nwagawan. He won 2 prizes he hadn't claimed yet. The first place prize was finally claimed, but the second, third place prize still ain't been claimed. But what was I doing? I think I was answering questions, wasn't I? What was I answering first? Oh, yeah, I saw your email you sent today about the crime lab guy faking. And that happens all the time. Believe me. Mayor or police chief goes in and goes, hey, I know these things don't really line up, but if they did, we could get this guy convicted and people would think we actually did something. So that happens, unfortunately. Dale Riggedy said, I got nothing. I'm sure he's got a nice bowl of pudding right now. It's that time of night. He should be having his pudding with his meds in it. Per Gustav song, his Filipino nurse is probably giving it to him right now, or Jamaican, whichever one. More Filipino around here. I don't know. The Jamaican nurse seems to be a Northeast thing. Here it's Filipino nurses. Are Charter Arms good revolvers now? Well, you know, they've never been bad. I don't want to actually say they're bad. I just don't think they're good. I don't know how to say that in a way that doesn't seem like I'm being a gun snob, but I don't think they're bad, but they're not good. I don't make a lot of sense, but you know what I mean, I hope. You know what I mean, I hope. As I said, that was per Gustav song. James Taylor, he got himself a couple entries into the drawings and said nothing. He didn't say nothing. He just put a period. I hope that was intentional. Not he just hit period and accidentally didn't do anything. John Heasley's paying his $2 tithe to Phil and said, I won the leather tray, never received it from Phil. Okay, well then send me the fucking information that you want it. I don't remember when I announced the winner, but I've searched daily to look for leather tray information and never found it. And I looked again the other night before I decided to say this. Because this stuff is sitting here on my desk and I want it to go away. I want people to claim their stuff. I've still got patches sitting here. I got a Kermit pin sitting here. I never did give away the belt. I got to give that belt away. I don't think I actually selected anybody for the belt. That's why it ain't been claimed. I got to do that. I got these patches. I got the coin. I've got a leather item here. I got all kinds of stuff just sitting here unclaimed. I want it off my desk. Where was I? Oh, Per Gustafson chimed in again here with another $2 tithe to Phil. Maybe he's paying for other family members. Do you think Trump would pardon Matt Hoover? No, because what would he gain from it? I don't think he would. Got to be something in it for him. Ben Coors, I would definitely petition him to if I thought it would help, but I don't think it would help. Ben Coors says, "Hey, Pooh Boy, don't. That was a bad choice of names back in the days because Disney people got it, but a lot of people did not understand that it was Pooh with an H boy. You got a lot of weird emails from that. Hello, Pooh Boy. Of the classic Disney characters, who do you feel was overhyped and who was underappreciated? Oh, overhyped and underappreciated. I'm going to say overhyped is probably either between Cinderella or Snow White. Neither of those characters are very interesting. Period. They're just just not a fan. And underappreciated, I think one of the most underappreciated Disney characters is probably, there's so many supporting characters in the movies and everything. I don't think Dumbo ever got nearly as much due as he should have. I think he's the best Disney character ever. He's my favorite. But I'm going to say, Minnie Mouse is definitely unappreciated, but I'm going to say probably Goofy. I don't think Goofy gets enough attention. He was of all the Disney cartoons when I was a kid, the ones that I could sit and watch and laugh out loud were the Goofy ones. And, like Goofy on Sports and stuff like that. Those were the good ones. So I think he doesn't get as much appreciation as he should. Now let's get back over here to the questions. That was Ben Coors that I just answered there. John Bologna Jr. got a couple of entries into the drawings and says, wish I could help more P's and D's. Well, see, you already help. So you're doing way more than most people, like that guy who fucking bitched. The only thing different is for every one of them that's stupid enough to say something out loud and make themselves look like an idiot, there's 1,000 that just are smart enough to keep their mouth shut. But they still don't get involved. Dan Loon donated and got 10 entries into the drawings. Hey, Yank, I'm buying a revolver that has an adjustable screw for trigger travel. What does it do and how might I use it? Well, all that does is when you have a trigger stop, either the trigger stop pins or the screws or stuff, basically when you pull your trigger back, at that point where you see the trigger fall, like boom, there's where it breaks and the trigger falls. And then it moves more. Well, that moving more is wasted movement. So you can use that trigger stop to adjust it to where it moves back to right where it breaks and then doesn't really move much more. So you've got to where you pull it back as hard as you can. It only goes back so far, drops trigger, and then you go back forward. You're not wasting movement. Now, does it make a big difference? No, probably not for most people. But, you know, if you're wanting to be precise, it's a way of being precise. All right, let me continue on with the questions here. What gun are you buying that has that, though? Now that's what all I'm thinking about is what guns are getting that has a trigger stop. John Heasley did another $2 tithe to Phil. I sent you an email. I saw it, and you actually put leather tray in the subject like you're supposed to. I did not know you won that. That's where I'd have just said something to you a long time ago, like, hey, claim your tray, you moron. Get it off my freaking desk. Although it hasn't been on my desk. It's been sitting over here to the side. Actually, I think I had it back on the ammo boxes. All right, I think that gets us caught up over there on the super chats. Nope, John Mandrake chimed in here, got a couple entries into the drawing and said, hopefully it's a good question. What is the best worst gun channel? The best worst gun channel? Well, I would say my channel is best at being worst. And my channel does suck when it comes to being a gun channel, because here's why this channel sucks as being a gun channel. Because I'm not really as concerned about guns as I am about the Constitution. And I'm not as concerned about the gun industry as I am the Constitution. Now, of course, I want the gun industry to do well, but I don't want them to do well through means that is detrimental to our actual freedoms, which unfortunately, that's how they profit the most, is sowing discourse and getting people scared and all this other stuff, which is really bad for our rights, because when people get scared, they do stupid stuff, and that turns even more people against us. So that's why it's a bad gun channel, because people see this channel and they think, oh, he's just asking for money to save pets. He's not trying to sell me a product. I want to be sold a product. I want to get a discount code, because those people are. I've actually had someone accuse me once of, all you ever do is ask for stuff, and all that Guns and Gear does is he gives people things. He gives them discount codes. I'm like, you realize that is basically a lie. Through that code, you're basically getting the price that they would normally sell it for, plus a little bit more. And then he gets the kickback of a little bit more. The advertised price that they advertise on those things that they do discount codes is not the actual price. That's where they mark it up so that they can mark it down a little bit, and not quite as much as they marked it up, and make people think they're getting a deal, and then still cut someone else in on the money for promoting it. But people think that they're being given something for that. What morons. And we don't do that. And we don't cater to the anger and the fear and all that stuff. So we're a really bad gun channel. We're the best at being bad, I think. People keep telling me, won't you start taking advertising? Well, for one, no one wants to advertise with me now. I've already burnt all them bridges. And two, I don't want to serve those people. You know what I mean? Because you're serving those people. When you start taking the money of people that are advertising a product, even if that product, someone said to me, well, why don't you take selling gold, the gold investment? And I get offers all the time to sell gold and sell vitamin supplements and all this other stuff. But here's the thing. If you start taking their money, if they have an opinion on something you want to talk about and they don't like it, they'll tell you. And they'll be like, well, we'd rather you not say this because it goes contrary to our opinions. And you're like, well, I don't want the money to stop, so I don't want to piss them off. So I'm not going to put myself in that boat. So everything is linked together one way or another. Let me see. Who was that? That was John Mandrick, I do believe. Yes, John Mandrick. Let's see if that catches us up on all the questions over here. Nope. Kevin Mabry slid in, got a couple entries into the drawings. Let's see what he had to say. For Phil, he didn't say anything of any question or anything like that. He just said for Phil. He's kissing Phil's ass. Well, Phil don't have an ass, actually. But what do octopuses have that would be equivalent to an ass? Let's see. Octopussies. Is that plural for octopuses? Excrete waste. How do octopuses get rid of waste? Well, that would tell us. People want to know, does excretes waste through its siphon, a funnel-like hole in the side of its mantle? Well, I guess that's what you'd be kissing is the siphon. All right, now we got some emails coming in over here I need to get to. Shadow 2. Shadow says, cut a slight recess in the brake to reduce gap between brake and slide. Let me see if I can open it up here so people can see. Looks better. Next step is to cut the ports. Have more brass stock material arriving soon. Get a couple brass thread protectors ready to set. I want to show the pictures of it here what he's doing so far. Share screen. Winder. All right, here we go. There's the pictures. Can you all see it? Yes. There's the front. That does look good. And that's going to look nice once it's cut. Do you bead blast them, brush them? What do you do with the finish on them? I don't know. That was Ghost Shadow. All right, here's the picture from Casey Seawright, who's been trying to torture me with his, because he got a new gun and I didn't. And of course, he sends the picture in the wrong format. Got it portrait instead of landscape. But I'll show it anyway, despite his horrible photo skills. At least you can see him. John Heasley sends pictures. You can't even see him. Here's what he got. That is the Professional from Charter Arms, which we were just talking about a minute ago. That's why he's asking why Charter Arms don't suck. And I can show people using this picture my problem with Charter Arms. And you'll be like, well, he's fucking nuts. That doesn't matter. But you see like how they do it, like it's sandwiched pieces, how the trigger guard is a separate piece. Why is it doing? Oh, there we go. Stop doing that. What's it doing that? There we go. See how like this is a piece and then the trigger guard's a piece in the middle and then there's no piece on the side. I don't like the way they do that. And I think these are aluminum. Sometimes they're polymer, but it does make it lighter weight and they function fine. Although I have always considered getting one and then seeing how nice I could make it look. Because I really want the pit bull. For those of you who don't know, the pit bull is the one, little snub nose, got the pit bull engraved on the barrel. Or it used to. I don't think it does anymore. But there's Casey Seawright showing us why he's a fucking cunt because he got a new gun and I didn't. I am not a forgiving person when it comes to stuff like that. Jacoby here did a super chat, says, best kind of wood grips for black semi-automatic. Well, nothing looks better on black than I'm going to say rosewood, but you know, the green looks really good. Like those new Smith & Wesson revolvers that they got coming out, the black ones, the 442 and the 432, and they've got the green G10 grips on them. That looks really, really good. The green on black does look really good. In fact, if you look over here, pretty much every blue gun I have that doesn't have like walnut or rosewood on it, kind of a reddish tinted wood on it, has the green. My Smith & Wesson TRRRR8 and my 620 or 329 green grips. What else do I got that's blue that has green grips? I don't have a lot of blue guns, but it doesn't have wood. It has green. I'm looking for stuff. I've got some green grips on some of my blued, like the Berettas. Those look good on there, the green grips. So yeah, green looks really good on black, I think. But that's the good thing about black. Pretty much everything looks good on black. Well, except for me, maybe. Doesn't matter who I'm on. I don't look that good. Not anymore. Let me make sure we're caught up over here. Kevin Mabry was the last one. Oh, nope. Dan Loon chimed in again. Oh, I hope he's telling me what gun he bought, or else I'm going to be pissed. Won't be too pissed because he got 5 more entries into the drawing. So he's helping out with our shortages. But oh, fuck him. That wasn't very nice, was it? Well, no, I stand by it. Fuck him. He's getting a Freedom Arms Model 83 in 500 Wyoming Express with an extra cylinder for 50 AE. You know how long it's been since I had a new gun, and it definitely ain't going to be a gun that expensive once I do get one. You know, I should be doing more for the animals, but you know, I'm already doing enough that I can't afford a new fucking gun. But I just helped raise nearly $13,000 for animals, but you know, I don't do enough. I should sell my shit. And then he's getting a fucking Freedom Arms Model 83. You know how long I've wanted one of those? Oh, I don't. Kim and Casey Seawright both irking me today. I am officially irked. I'm irked off. Both of them irked me off at the same time. Well, very close to time, within a couple minutes of each other, which is rare at my age that you can be irked off that frequently, at least successfully. Not irked to completion, I guess I should say. Let's see here. And this is why people don't watch my videos or my channel, because of my little rants I go off on. Dale Rickety sent an email. Oh, it's long. I'm going to have to read it later. I don't think I'm going to get to that big long email right now. Nominal Snowman says, going to put liability insurance on every gun when they pass that bullshit this year. No, it ain't going to. That's not going to ever go into any measurable effect, or even be how are they going to enforce it? What are they going to do? Keep a database of every person and every gun they own? I thought they're not allowed to do that. So how exactly are they going to do that? I would like to know. Going to be working the truck stop a whole lot for all them policies. Would take a lot. And I don't have the truck stop power that I used to have. I used to be a major player in amongst my fellow lot lizards. Now I used to be high man on the pole, not so much. I'm down in the basic bitches now. So can't do what I used to. All right, let's get over here to the super chat. The chat's coming in the live chat. A sponsor could fund or donate to your animal causes and then start telling me what opinions I'm allowed to have. Do a poll, Big Red versus Cactus Cooler. No, because I don't want to know. I don't care. I don't know why you want to know. Well, I don't even know what Cactus Cooler is. I know what Big Red is. What ain't that? Are you talking about the gum or the soda? I think there's both in there. I like Big Red gum. I don't like Big Red soda, I don't think. I don't know if I've ever even drank it. Emery cloth used on brass gives a satin finish. Okay. Well, I was asked that question. The revolver needs work. New in box. Also needs better grips. Well, they come needing a little work. I will say that. And better grips would be nice too. But, you know, it's a project. Give you something to do. Keep you out of trouble, maybe. Am I already through all the live chats? Or did I get kicked to the bottom? I think I got kicked to the bottom. Hold on. I got to find out where I was. All the time we have Yankee call us you people and insult us constantly. Well, it's not my fault. It's not an insult to be called ugly when you're ugly. It's an insult to be called ugly when you're not. Calling ugly people ugly just shows I see you. I'm paying attention to you. I'm trying not to look directly at you, but I see you. I think most people want to be seen. Is the true that wearing a wife beater makes you 87.34% more likely to beat your wife? Probably. I don't know. I'd have to see the studies, but it does sound right to me, so I'm going to support it. It does support my bias. I don't have any wife beaters. I don't know if I've ever owned wife. Well, I've had tank tops for the gym back when I used to have anything worth showing. I used to wear tank tops like to run and stuff because I had muscles, so I could wear muscle shirts. I don't got muscles no more. I don't know where they went. I think they migrated to like my midsection. They all said, hey, we all spend all this time so far apart. Let's all meet up right around his gut. And then they invited my ass around to meet him too, I think. But used to wear them, but I don't got any now. Do you have a commander size 1911 and 9mm? I do. It's Caden's, though, not mine. He loves it. I think it's an abomination. Bernard the mouse from The Rescuers was underappreciated. Yeah, that whole movie was underappreciated. I remember seeing that in the theaters when I was a kid, and I loved that movie. He saved that kidnapped orphan girl, Penny, from the deranged Madame Medusa. I like that movie. As a kid, I liked Mulan and Pocahontas. I married my own Pocahontas. An animated character? Was it like one of those real dolls or something? I liked Mulan a lot. I didn't care for Pocahontas. I don't even think I saw it. I wasn't interested in made up American history if it covered any of that stuff. And they always leave out the fact that she's like 11 or something when that happened. Which gun is worth Kel-Tec or Charter? Oh, Kel-Tec, way worse than Charter Arms. Charter Arms work. I just have issue with their design, the way they do their designs. They work fine. Never had one fail. Never seen one fail, but Kel-Tec, never seen one really work for very long. Almost an elderly care nurse I saw in the South were Jamaican. Yeah, I think it's an East Coast thing and maybe the South, but here they seem to be Filipino. ICE just arrested a Haitian gang leader with 17 felony convictions who shouted, "I'm not going back to Haiti." I think he's definitely going back to Haiti. I think he's going back to Haiti, whether he likes it or not. But if he's got 17 felony convictions, he ought to just be shot in the head. I mean, I don't really support just shooting people in the head without a trial, but so give him a trial first and then shoot him in the head. It wasn't Billy Bob in Macon, Georgia. It was Awesome Bill's Court in Dawsonville in Georgia, next to the Hellish Jays in Elijah. I don't know what we're talking about. What's for dinner? I'm having a submarine sandwich. I'm probably going to make pizza subs again. I had one last night and I loved it. I'm going to make another one tonight. I really enjoyed it. And I would like to have another one. Would the PR-57 be better if someone made a new frame out of brass? I don't think so. It would just be heavy then. It'd be very heavy and impractical. I have a gun that has brass grips on it, and oh my God, they're so heavy. Really, if you're wanting to shoot competition and you want to weight the back of your gun, put them brass grips on there. They are heavy as fuck. They're pretty, but they're heavy as fuck. Randy2112 hello chat, quick question. What is better barrel length for a defensive shotgun? 18.5 or 20? Thanks for all that answer. I like 18.5. Well, you're not going to lose any ballistics. It's easier to maneuver. So I just like 18.5 better. I think they are easier to handle, easier to maneuver. I don't know if I consider most shotguns defensive. That's why I go to them, because they're an offensive weapon. That's why you try to get to your shotgun. If Richard Gere suddenly vanished in the Himalayas, there's a decent chance it was a Yeti got him. I think Squirt said last night, said something about the Yeti getting him or something, but I don't think he's into Yetis. He's not a gerbil. If he saw a Yeti, I'm afraid he'd start wrapping the bitch in duct tape and start lubing up. An experiment, I know that's an old rumor that probably isn't true, but I don't care for Richard Gere, so I don't mind saying it. An experiment was done where 20 little kids were told not to touch a gun. Later, an unloaded gun was put on a table, and they all played with it. Yes, I've seen that study. Kids don't think like adults think. Just because they know they're not supposed to do it doesn't mean they won't do it. Their brains are not formed. They don't think like you and I do. Higher reasoning is not an ability they have. Oh, my tinnitus just kicked in hardcore. It's ringing so loud I can barely hear myself think. But we're out of time. I just realized that we're out of time. Let me make sure I got all the questions answered. And then I will stick around after we finish. We'll do the drawing for the patch. Where did I put it? Where did I put the patch? Oh, there it is. It's under the other patches. It's under the leather bowl, I mean. But stick around after. We'll do the drawing for the patch. Let me make sure I got everything over here. Everything over there is gotten. So I want to thank everybody for coming today. I want to thank everyone who helped support the channel, helped support the Pets and Vets program, the TYMP program. Remember, if you've registered over on TYMP, we're going to be trying to do extra this month to catch up for December. So if you applied in December, don't worry, you haven't been forgotten about. You will be in the drawings for the January entries and the February entries. So we're not going to exclude anyone. Just got to get caught up and got to get the funding for it first. But thanks everybody who helps in whatever way it is. You people, even if you do the minimum, you're still doing more than 99% of people. And we try to make things better for people who can't afford firearms and for people to defend the family and for all the pets out there that need help and people who have pets who need help. We do a lot of stuff for GoFundMe's and stuff. So, and you all are the ones make it possible. So thank you. It is appreciated. I will see y'all again tomorrow. Remember, stick around for the drawing. Until tomorrow, remember, always carry and stay safe. Until I see you again.